Do you consider Deadpool the Green Lantern of good movies? What's Eva Mendes like?
I don't know.
What's Blake Lively like?
She's wonderful.
No. What's Blake Lively like?
You're a f***ing pig.
Right. Now, what made Deadpool so successful?
Well, it's a combination of things. I mean, you got the great director in Tim Miller. You have incredible writers in Rhett Reese.
I'm so bored right now, I don't even know if I'm peeing.
Joe Rogan, the podcast king, supposedly went full berserker mode on Ryan Reynolds, the charming wisecracker we all know and love. Why, word on the street is that Reynolds allegedly filed for bankruptcy after losing his iconic Deadpool role. And Rogan wasn't about to let that slide without a verbal smackdown of epic proportions. It all started, they say, when Reynolds, Mr. Aviation Gin himself, supposedly got the boot from the Merc with a mouth gig. After years of slicing up bad guys and breaking the fourth wall, the rumor mill claims Marvel yanked the red suit away, leaving Reynolds high and dry. Next thing you know, whispers of bankruptcy hit the airwaves faster than you can blink. Allegedly, the guy who once turned a foul-mouthed anti-hero into a billion-dollar franchise was now counting pennies instead of chimichangas. Enter Joe Rogan, the man who's never met a hot topic he couldn't roast over an open flame. On his podcast, Rogan allegedly tore into Reynolds. "You had it all, man," he supposedly bellowed, veins popping like he just downed a double espresso. "Deadpool was your golden goose and you let it slip through your fingers? What's next, selling gin out of a pickup truck?" Listeners were glued to their screens, jaws dropping as Rogan painted a picture of Reynolds allegedly spiraling from Hollywood royalty to a cautionary tale. Is he right, though? Now, we can't confirm if Reynolds is actually broke or if Rogan really unleashed this tirade. Consider it spicy gossip with a side of skepticism. But if it's true, it's the kind of drama that keeps us hooked, popcorn in hand, waiting for the next blockbuster twist. The saga of Joe Rogan supposedly ripping into Ryan Reynolds over his alleged bankruptcy and loss of the Deadpool role didn't end with a single podcast rant. It's taken on a life of its own. Sources close to the grapevine claim Rogan doubled down in a follow-up episode, dialing back the bombast but keeping the heat on. He allegedly leaned into the mic, voice steady, and said, "Look, Ryan's a talented guy, no question. But if he's really hit rock bottom like they're saying he is, how'd it get this bad?" The question hung in the air, heavy with curiosity, as listeners tuned in for answers that never quite came. Word is Reynolds' supposed financial nosedive stemmed from more than just losing Deadpool. Insiders whisper that his business ventures, like that gin empire he's so proud of, might have taken a hit too. Allegedly, some risky investments went south, and without the steady cash flow of a superhero paycheck, the numbers stopped adding up. It's the kind of slow burn collapse that doesn't make headlines overnight, but creeps up until the house of cards tumbles. Rogan, ever the skeptic, supposedly mused, "You don't go from A-list to broke unless something's seriously off. Maybe he trusted the wrong people." Meanwhile, Reynolds has stayed eerily quiet, which only fuels the fire. No snarky tweets, no press releases, just silence from the man who once talked smack to Wolverine on the big screen. Some say he's laying low, plotting a comeback, while others wonder if he's too shell-shocked to respond. Rogan, for his part, allegedly wrapped up his take with a rare reflective tone. "Hope he pulls through. Hollywood's a meat grinder, man." True or not, this tale's got legs, and we're all just waiting to see if Reynolds rises from the ashes or if this is one Deadpool sequel. The studio can't afford to let that kind of chaos unfold within its ranks, especially not in one of its biggest franchises. And get this, Marvel is rumored to be considering a lawsuit to either control Ryan's comedy or even potentially cut ties with him altogether. But it doesn't stop there. Ryan's actions might just lead to a complete recast of Deadpool, which would send shockwaves through the entire Marvel fan base. The stakes couldn't be higher, and there's more drama unfolding by the minute. Stay tuned, because things are about to get even more tangled up. Now, let's talk about the most jaw-dropping rumor that has fans losing their minds. Marvel might actually consider recasting Deadpool. Yes, you heard that right. Ryan Reynolds, the face of Deadpool for over a decade, could be replaced. This isn't just a fan theory, it's a rumor that's circulating within Hollywood circles. Can you imagine Deadpool without Ryan's unique brand of humor and chaotic energy? It would be a huge blow to both the franchise and the fans who have adored his portrayal of the character. But why would Marvel even entertain this idea? The simple answer: brand integrity. Marvel doesn't mess around when it comes to protecting its cinematic universe. If they feel like Ryan's personal drama is causing more harm than good, they won't hesitate to make a change. Remember, Marvel has a history of parting ways with big stars and directors if their personal issues start affecting the bigger picture. They've already survived major losses like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man retirement and the uncertainty around Spider-Man's future. If they can weather those storms, losing Ryan Reynolds, no matter how iconic his portrayal is, could be within their reach. Fans are split. Some argue that no one can replace Ryan in this role, that Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds, and recasting would be a massive mistake. Others think that if Ryan's personal issues are putting the whole franchise at risk, maybe it's time for a fresh face. But how could Marvel pull this off without causing a complete fan revolt? It's a tough call, but with so much drama brewing, they might just have no choice. And if that wasn't enough, the Deadpool 3 script is now in jeopardy, possibly requiring a complete overhaul. That's right, Marvel might have to scrap some of Ryan's contributions to the script, and that's where things get even messier. Keep watching because we're diving deeper into the real reasons behind this potential meltdown. Things are about to get even juicier as we bring Blake Lively into the mix. Hold on tight because this twist is wild. According to multiple sources, Blake, Ryan's wife, may have been pulling some strings behind the scenes to help orchestrate a narrative in Hollywood. And it's not just about her acting career, it's about Deadpool and the drama surrounding Justin Baldoni. Blake was cast in Baldoni's film adaptation of It Ends With Us, and while the project seemed like a dream, things quickly turned rocky. Allegedly, Blake felt overshadowed by Baldoni's triple duty role as director, writer, and star. She reportedly wasn't happy with how her character was positioned in the film, wanting more control and a bigger spotlight. This is where the tension started to escalate. Blake reportedly asked for rewrites to her character's story arc and even more influence on the film's direction. Typical Hollywood, right? But things got a lot more complicated when rumors spread that Baldoni was leaking negative press about Blake, calling her difficult. At first, the public rallied behind Blake, thinking it was yet another case of a female star being unfairly labeled as hard to work with. But plot twist, leaked text messages began to surface, revealing a far darker story. It seemed like Blake might have been the one who orchestrated some of the negative press about Baldoni, with the help of her famous husband. Blake referred to Ryan and their Hollywood circle as dragons, suggesting that she had her husband use his power to tip the scales in her favor. This begs the question, was Blake using Ryan's star power to manipulate the narrative behind the scenes? And if so, did Ryan do the same with Deadpool 3? As we start to connect the dots, things start to look very suspicious. Could Ryan be using his influence to target Baldoni in a very personal way? This only adds fuel to the fire of the Marvel lawsuit rumors. But the plot thickens. Blake and Ryan's behind-the-scenes maneuvering may have come at a huge cost. But here's the kicker. Blake's now facing backlash for these leaked text messages. Her once picture-perfect Hollywood image is starting to crack, and it's only getting worse. What does this mean for her career? And could this be the reason why Ryan is facing a potential legal storm with Marvel? The drama keeps unfolding, and there's more to come. Trust me. Now, let's dive into the biggest bombshell of them all. The Deadpool 3 script might have been hijacked by personal grudges. That's right. Deadpool's signature savage humor, which fans love, might have crossed the line into a realm of real-life drama that Marvel is just not willing to tolerate. Insiders are claiming that Reynolds and his team pushed for jokes targeting people connected to his wife, Blake Lively, and their ongoing feud with Justin Baldoni. Deadpool, of course, is known for breaking the fourth wall and cracking edgy jokes, but there's a fine line between satire and personal vendettas. One alleged gag had Deadpool mocking a director who insists on starring in his own film despite lacking the talent. Does that sound familiar? Of course it does. Many speculate this jab was aimed squarely at Baldoni, who directed It Ends With Us. The problem? Baldoni wasn't just a distant figure. He was involved in a public spat with Blake. Mixing personal drama into a massive franchise like Deadpool 3 is a dangerous game, especially when Marvel's reputation is on the line. The studio wasn't having it. Marvel is known for its meticulous control over its characters and storylines, and they reportedly drew the line when they saw Deadpool's jokes becoming personal attacks rather than clever commentary. Marvel demanded that these jabs be rewritten, but Ryan Reynolds, being the comedic genius he is, wasn't keen on letting go of the jokes. This standoff between Ryan and Marvel's creative team may have contributed to the rising tension that's now threatening to derail the entire project. Marvel's frustration here is understandable. The studio prides itself on maintaining a professional environment, and if personal grudges are infiltrating the script, it could set a dangerous precedent. If they let this slide, what's stopping other stars from using their movie roles to settle personal scores? But that's not all. This feud might not just be about keeping the brand intact. It's about power, control, and who gets to call the shots. So, with the potential for a lawsuit and the looming risk of a recast, the Deadpool franchise finds itself at a crossroads. Where does it go from here? The drama is far from over, and the next chapter of this Hollywood scandal is coming at us fast. Stay tuned, because the fight between Reynolds and Marvel is about to reach a whole new level. Now let's dig into the massive question on everyone's mind. Can Deadpool survive without Ryan Reynolds? This is a huge deal. Ryan isn't just the star of the franchise, he's Deadpool. His comedic timing, his ability to break the fourth wall, and his unique brand of humor have defined the character and made it a box office sensation. So the idea of recasting him is nothing short of a nightmare for many fans. But the way things are unfolding, Marvel might just be willing to pull the plug on Ryan if the drama gets any worse. If Marvel truly believes that Reynolds has crossed a line by mixing personal issues with Deadpool 3, they might take drastic measures. Recasting Deadpool would be a nightmare in the eyes of most fans, but in the cold corporate world of Marvel, no star is irreplaceable. We've seen it before with characters like Spider-Man, Hulk, and even Batman. New actors can step into iconic roles, though it usually comes with some initial backlash. But if Marvel were to go this route, they would have to find a way to integrate the recast seamlessly into the larger MCU. Maybe they could even make it a part of the multiverse storyline to explain the change. While some fans might hold on to the hope that Ryan will remain Deadpool forever, others are starting to come around to the idea that the franchise might be better off without him. After all, it's not just about one actor, it's about the Deadpool legacy. The character has become so beloved that maybe, just maybe, it could survive with a new face. But here's the kicker. What happens to the script if Ryan's influence is cut out? Rumors are swirling that Ryan had a massive hand in writing Deadpool 3. And if he's booted from the project, Marvel could choose to rewrite the entire film. That means new jokes, new plot points, and potentially a completely different direction for the movie. Would it still have that same bite, that same edge that made Deadpool so successful? Or would it become just another Marvel film, playing it safe and losing the unique spark that Ryan Reynolds brought to the role? As the drama builds, we're left with a massive question. Would Marvel dare take the risk of losing the heart and soul of Deadpool, or will they find a way to work things out with Ryan? Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and trust me, the fallout from these decisions is going to be wild. We now need to address the fallout from all of this, specifically Blake Lively's tarnished image and Ryan Reynolds' eerie silence. These two were once the golden couple of Hollywood, admired for their playful Instagram banter and red carpet charm. But now they're at the center of a major controversy that's beginning to unravel their carefully crafted public personas. Blake, once seen as the epitome of grace and elegance in Hollywood, is now being scrutinized for her alleged behind-the-scenes power plays. The leaked text messages paint her as someone who was willing to use her Hollywood connections, especially her powerful husband, to manipulate the media and the narrative around her career. This has led to serious questions about her true role in these behind-the-scenes dramas. Some fans are calling her a savvy businesswoman who did what she needed to get ahead, while others are labeling her manipulative and calculating. And then there's Ryan. Where is he in all of this? The usually quick-witted, social media-savvy actor has gone completely silent. Normally, Ryan would be firing off some Deadpool-style quips in response to the swirling rumors. But now, silence. Some believe Marvel has issued a gag order telling him to stay quiet while they figure out what to do next. Others think he's just trying to let the storm pass, hoping the media will move on to something else. But let's be real, silence is rarely a good move, especially for someone whose brand is built on quick comebacks and witty humor. The lack of a statement from Ryan is only adding fuel to the fire. Fans are starting to wonder, is Ryan hiding something, or is he genuinely trying to keep the peace? His silence is making people more suspicious. And if Marvel's lawsuit rumors are even half true, his PR team may have already decided that the best strategy is to lay low for now. But here's the kicker. This silence could be a double-edged sword. If the rumors are true, this could be the beginning of the end for the iconic Reynolds/Lively brand. Fans are already questioning their image, and the more they stay quiet, the more they risk losing their credibility as Hollywood's favorite couple. Will they speak out soon, or are they letting this PR disaster blow over in silence? Trust me, there's more to come, and what happens next could reshape the future of their careers forever. And as we bring this story to a close, we have to ask, can Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively recover from this? The drama surrounding them has escalated from personal feuds to potential lawsuits and a very real risk to their careers. Ryan, once the beloved face of Deadpool, now finds himself in a situation where Marvel is questioning his role in the franchise. The lawsuit rumors alone have sent shockwaves through Hollywood, and it's clear that the power couple's carefully curated public image is starting to crack. Marvel, a studio that has protected its brand at all costs, is clearly sending a message here. If Ryan Reynolds truly crossed a line by inserting personal issues into a major Marvel movie, they might just make an example of him. This would not only affect his career, but could impact future roles for Blake as well. The leaked texts and behind-the-scenes drama are raising more questions than answers, and fans are divided. Some are still rooting for the couple, while others feel betrayed by what's starting to look like calculated manipulation. As for Deadpool 3, it's now in limbo. The script might need complete rewrites, and Marvel could even go as far as recasting the role. Fans are devastated by the possibility of losing Ryan in the role that he brought to life. But if personal drama continues to cloud the project, Marvel might not have much of a choice. The fate of Deadpool could ultimately hinge on how this situation unfolds. And what about Blake? She's always been seen as the perfect Hollywood darling, but now she's